This is something that I wanted to just share with everybody. A quick, a snippet of a particular ICS device controller, which is one of the several, devices that are to be installed in the operational facilities. Right, we have different SCADA systems which run on Modbus, your BACnet, your BAS controllers that are connecting on your layer 2 protocol level, that are connected inside your infrastructure. Now, when we see this, when we do an assessment on this, we see that there is already a CVE that has been identified, which is vendor specific. And the criticality, so the CVE 3.0, based on the scores, has identified that there is a buffer overflow issue. But then how do we actually look at specific endpoints that are carrying out these type of device profiles and then build controls on it? Because if I use my existing security that are for our IT systems, so my desktops, laptops, and mobiles, they will not even have a way to list out these kind of vulnerabilities that are very specific to these devices. So that's where we kind of have laid out what exactly we think should be the process that we work with our customers and most of them follow, is basically fingerprinting based on what we scan on the device. So what accesses do people have on your ICS devices like these? What kind of privileges that your admins, your operational team actually has on the device type on this? What is the password policies, which are preliminary checks that has to be cleared off, making sure that we are not using default password. We're basically employing a zero trust, which means unless required, nobody gets any access into these devices. Then going a little bit further down to understand what does the protocol vulnerabilities look like. Are there any existing protocol vulnerabilities that can expose, even though the devices and the infrastructure is inherently secure? Maybe there is somebody else trying to communicate over it. Maybe they're exploiting a vulnerability that exists within the protocol or the message that are either in transit or at rest. So those are some of the important aspects to start with. And based on that, we see fingerprinting and then identifying contextual based current profile. So this is what it gives you. Here is what my current profile looks like. Here are these are all the different vulnerabilities I've identified. Maybe I will only pick the top, the critical ones that are directly going to impact our business, then create a response plan for it. And then assessing what does my vulnerability management for that look like? How do we overlay? So one of the most important aspects that NIST also talks about quite a lot is it's not here to replace anything that is currently in practice, but it is to overlay and complement your existing security controls with some of these things, which are talking about certain vulnerabilities or certain gaps that are identified, not covered by our traditional security measures, and then establishing your target profile customized templates based on what our findings are. And further to that, enabling your detection mechanisms and then your response playbooks. So this gives you a clear, streamlined view of how you include or adopt to all the security, security postures, building your security postures, and adopt that security strategy with your existing operations and not replacing anything.